Wrestlepalooza is 2 weeks away, and today we're going to look at the crystal ball and see and predict the matches for the entire card. Oh my gosh, they're raising the prices at KFC. Ugh. All right, but we will predict the card, and I know you're like, didn't we just have a PLE? In fact, didn't we just have 2 PLEs last month? Yeah, we did. 2 nights of SummerSlam and Clash in Paris, but that's not going to stop WWE from releasing more PLEs. You know why? It has nothing to do with AEW. Even though this is like the 4th or 5th time this year that AEW has announced a PLE first, and then WWE just coincidentally had one also scheduled for that same day. But, the real reason is this. Money! Yes, Big Daddy TKO. I need a bigger bin for all the cash. They love their money, and PLEs bring in said money, and this is the beginning of the ESPN deal where WWE charges people in the United States $30 freaking dollars to watch. Man, remember when it was $9.99 for the entire WWE library? Vince, I'm sorry. I would gladly pay for 3 WWE subscriptions right now if we could get what we once had. Oh my gosh. But c'est la vie, said the old folks. Goes to show you never can tell. Before I get into said predictions, this is where if I had a VPN sponsor, I would be telling you about VPNs. If you live in the United States, I highly recommend that you Google VPN. Please do that. All right, so the first matchup, I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Remember at SummerSlam that Brock Lesnar came out of nowhere, F5'd him, and then was never seen or heard from again? Well, I think they finally going to pay it off now. John Cena, he's scheduled for Wrestlepalooza, and Brock Lesnar actually has some appearances as well scheduled. So, even though it was completely stupid for him to show up at SummerSlam, and, I'm not even getting into the real world consequences of what's going on with lawsuits and stuff, I'm just saying that, fan or not, Brock shouldn't have shown up at SummerSlam if the next feud was Logan Paul. All that said, whatever, we're here, this is where we're at. Wrestlepalooza, Brock Lesnar finally going to pay off that John Cena beatdown at SummerSlam. So that's the first matchup. The second matchup is the only matchup that has been fully confirmed and announced. Stephanie Vaquer, or as Nikki Bella likes to say, Vakwe, and Io Sky. This match is set. It was supposed to be Naomi versus Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris, but the heel Jimmy Uso put a baby in Naomi and caused her to relinquish her belt. So they kind of kicked it down the road, and now, not the baby. Come on, guys. The title match, and it's going to be now at Wrestlepalooza. Io Sky was supposed to fight Naomi at one point, and because she never did and got her title match, that is now, she has just been in place of Naomi for the vacant belt. This one is set in stone. Oh, and if you wouldn't mind, please do subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you comment, you can actually win this belt right here at 20,000 subscribers. I'm going to give it away. Don't forget to hit the bell, ding, 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 notification as well. But no, for real, I'm trying to quit the day job. I produce daily wrestling videos, and I work a freaking lot. So help me out and just subscribe if you like wrestling. Or maybe you don't like wrestling. Maybe you're just here because you like bald guys. How you doing? All right, so anyways, 2 more matches that look to be getting set up are revolving around the Vision. On Monday Night Raw, Jey Uso got beat down by Braun and Bronson, and Jimmy came out for the save. Even though Jimmy is on another brand, he shouldn't have been anywhere near Raw, he happened to be there, and he saved Jey Uso from, 800 tsunamis. And Jey Uso, as the show closed out, was like, I can't do it by myself, bro. I can't do it by myself, Oos. Therefore, it seems likely that Braun and Bronson are about to tangle with the reformed Usos. The Uso brothers are coming back together. I predict that at Wrestlepalooza. Another tag team match is going to be Seth freaking Rollins and his wife, Becky Lynch, the man, versus CM Punk and the returning AJ Lee, one of my favorite superstars ever. Loved AJ Lee. And, she's been gone for 10 years, and she has said she will never return to wrestling. But so did CM Punk. And Becky Lynch, She verbally assaulted CM Punk and then proceeded to physically assault CM Punk. And CM Punk just stood there. He didn't want to hit a woman, I'm assuming, and was just like, I'm out, and he left. So unless he goes and gets Penta, who has no problem hitting a woman, go watch Lucha Underground. That's a Lucha Underground deep cut for you. I believe that we're going to have to get, that CM Punk's going to go to Chicago, get his wife, and say, hey, AJ, honey, I need you to beat up Becky Lynch for me. And so that will be the matchup right there. That's a pretty good return. I'm not gonna lie there. So, good job making that one happen. All right, here's a couple that I could maybe sort of happen that I don't really think will happen, but it's possible. Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. Those guys seem to be on a collision course. I could see this one actually being on WrestlePalooza because I thought it would be on SummerSlam, to be honest with you. If they really want to elevate both dudes, you got to get them on a PLE. So I could see this happening. It's there's some interest, but not a lot. So we got to do something pretty big here. Damian Priest usually shows up pretty well for PLEs, so I could see them trying. AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio. If AJ goes and costs Dominic the AAA title at Worlds Collide, then maybe Dom and AJ Styles could have a cage match, and AJ could finally win. That, actually, I stole that from a viewer, TTJC. So very slight chance we get AJ versus Dom, depending if AJ's not done with Dirty Dom. And then another one could be Carmelo Hayes versus The Miz. I really hope this one happens, and not just on a random SmackDown. I would love to see Melo get some pay-per-view PLE time. It seems like, The Miz abandoned Melo after he said that I was going to be here for you. Melo forgave him. They got into a tag team. They won a couple matches. Miz kept stealing the glory, but now that they lost, now that the tag team titles are not within their grasp, they could do a full breakdown. Maybe Melo just crashes out, beats him up, goes face, and if he goes face, I would, right here. Let's have a matchup. Let's have a matchup. The Miz, he's a big name for your Palooza of wrestling, and Melo needs to get over, so maybe this could be the second match on the card. Next, maybe kind of sort of probably won't happen. Don't worry, I got more that will definitely happen, but we got Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. It definitely could happen. The reason why I think they would want this one to happen is because Rhea Ripley is such a huge star. She's such a huge star that Drake actually stalks her on Instagram. So I'm thinking that the mass media appeal of Rhea, they'll have her on this card, and the only one who could really go up against her storyline wise right now would be Asuka, unless they did the classic, let's make the EO Stephanie Fakir match a triple threat. No, I think with Asuka would be best. Problem is, Asuka is on such a good streak of building her character. I think Asuka's going to get involved in the Io Sky match, so I don't really think that Asuka's going to be on the card. I think they're setting up Asuka to be a big villain later down the road, not right this second. So I don't know. I'm not seeing Asuka. I'm not seeing Rhea here. I think Rhea, they're saving her for Crown Jewel in Australia. Okay, so now let's get back to matches that I think will definitely be on this card. I mean, those other matches could be on the card, but I'm thinking, just, I don't know, maybe not. But this one I do think will be on somehow, some way. Tiffany Stratton and her horrible title reign will finally get another defense, because correct me if I'm wrong, but has she even come out into the ring? Has she done an in-ring promo since winning at SummerSlam? I don't know. Yes, she did one time. She came out, and then Jade came out, and then Jade was like, I really want to still win that title from you, and then Tiffany was like, yeah, well, you're not gonna, and Jade was like, well, yeah, I am, and then Nia came out and was like, I think I should win the title. And then that's all we've had for the last 3 weeks with Tiffany. I think we get a triple threat. I think we get a triple threat with all of those three, and then maybe this is where Jade gets it, and Jade pins Nia. That way, Tiffany, like, she still looks strong, and then we can do Tiffany versus Jade some more, which I don't want. You know, I just hate two baby faces just with no heat. There's no heat between Tiffany and Jade, but that said, we'll do predictions later for the outcomes of matches. Right now, I'm saying a triple threat, Jade, Tiffany, and Nia. And then our final match is maybe Cody Rhodes is gonna show up. I don't know. I don't know if Cody Rhodes is gonna show up. It's so insane to me that Cody Rhodes, like, his second title reign, and nobody cares. There's not a peep of somebody saying, I care. It's even worse than his first title reign, when at least people were like, God, Cody sucks, he's boring, I hate him. Because that's what wrestling is. You either love him or you hate him, but at least you're invoking an emotion. But Cody's invoking apathy right now. Nobody cares that he's off doing whatever. It's like SmackDown is without a champion and nobody notices. Heck, even Tiffany, though. Like I said, Tiffany doesn't even come out to the ring. Nobody cares. That's how, like, it's just expected that these champions aren't going to be there. But that said, I could see Cody Rhodes finally showing up and challenging Drew McIntyre. But what's scary is that Drew is kind of feuding with Randy Orton right now. Why? Nobody knows, other than Randy wants to prove that Cody has friends. But what if Randy fights Drew and we go another month without Cody doing anything? Another PLE without Cody doing anything. Remember when the Roman haters were like, well, at least Cody shows up? You can't say that one anymore. Oh, man. But that said, I think it'll be Cody, because again, WWE's going to want the big guns on this show. But then again, they could also say, well, Randy's a big gun. Drew versus Randy, or Drew versus Cody Rhodes. I think it's going to be Cody. But if they don't want to fuel up Cody's tour bus, then I guess it'll be Drew versus Randy Orton. And did you notice who's missing in this whole card? LA Knight. Yeah. Oh my gosh, WWE is in the process of dropping the ball on LA Knight once more. I love LA Knight, but even in my prediction videos, I have so little faith in WWE that I'm not going to book them, because I just don't think they will. And that sucks. Well, maybe you'll win the Money in the Bank next year, LA Knight. He won't. All right, so those are my predictions for WrestlePalooza. Let me know what your predictions are, what matches you think we'll see, or what matches you want to see. Let me know in the comments below. You boys, you girls, have yourselves a great day.